that. The White Sox are 40-1. You got $1,000. So you got a couple of thousand to, right? Because we want to really play for Cincinnati against the White Sox in the World Series. Yippee-ki-yo-ki-yay. That would be freaking fantastic. And as far as the over-under on the White Sox, 84.5. That's a gimme. That's a gimme. Right there, gimme. 84.5. Just a little over 500. Yeah, okay. So they'll do it. All right, now. They're improving on getting on base. They're improving their power. Here's what it could look like at first base. They got Jose Abreu. They agreed on a $50 million deal. He led the American League, 123 RBIs. Became the first White Sox hitter to lead the league since. Who was the last White Sox hitter to lead the league in RBIs? Anybody want to take a shot at that? The last White Sox hitter to lead the American League in RBIs. Come on, all you hotshots. Let's see if you got that one up your sleeve, okay? Let's see. Let's see how good you are with that. Last White Sox hitter to lead the American League in RBIs. Andy, are you listening? Who? So what's the answer? Oh, she finally admits she doesn't know something. It's unbelievable. I don't even believe that she doesn't know. So anyway, let's take a look. Abreu may be one of the easiest players to project. I'm coming up with a 280 batting average, 25 to 30 home runs, 95 to 100 RBIs. All right? Anybody want to dispute that? I got plenty of proof. Over at second base, you got Nick Madrigal. So it's not clear, and I don't think he will start the year in the majors. All right? Probably won't. He only struck out 16 times and is a great defensive player. It's possible that Lurie Garcia could play second base until Madrigal comes up. Now, as far as the projections on Madrigal, give them to you right now. Madrigal, in my opinion, will hit about 275, and he'll steal you 15 bases. 15 bases, not bad. 275, not bad. At shortstop, what can I tell you? One of my favorite players, Tim Anderson. He hit 335 last year. First White Sox player to win the batting title. So who was the last White Sox player to win the RBI title? And who was the last White Sox player to win the batting title? All right? Let's see how good you are with that one. All right? Let's see how good you are with that one. Here's the answer to the RBI title. It was, I believe, 1972, and it was Dick Allen. Dick, anybody get that? I'm only working with one screen these days, so let me see. Anybody say Dick Allen? Richie Allen? I'd accept Richie Allen. Arnie coming on next, and then Kevin. Thank you so much. All right? So, Richie Allen was the last White Sox to win the RBI title. Okay? Guess Kirk also struggling with a strained pecker. Okay? The Frank Thomas was the last White Sox to win the batting title. So, as far as oh, you did get it right? Fantastic. You must have cheated somewhere. Had to cheat. So anyway, he improved his batting average. I'm talking about Tim Anderson. He spent most of the time in the number 2 spot. And he was effective as a number 7 hitter. He hit over 300 when he batted number 7 as well. My projections for Anderson, who I had last year, and I have him in my Dynasty League. By the way, Andy, in the Serious Dynasty League, you have to cut down to 40 players by this afternoon. Okay? Anderson, he would play in a Sirius XM Dynasty League. Hit about 280, 20 to 25 homers, and 15 to 20 stolen bases. I'm saying 280 compared to 335. You got that? 280 compared to 335. Moving right along. Playing third base for the Chicago White Sox is going to be a guy that, Yohan Moncada. He made a lot of progress in 2019. He had career highs in batting average. He had career highs in home runs with 25. He had over 300. He placed third in the American League in average. But, Andy, what was put in the chat room, if you have the BABIP for Yohan Moncada, it was over 400. Over 400. And he also batted second a lot. So that's Moncada at third base. Okay? Moncada this year, and I like Moncada a lot. I tried to get him in the Dynasty League, but I was sniped. I'll give Moncada a 280 batting average, 25 home runs, and 15 stolen bases. He's 24 years old. I say Moncada is going to be a big-time stolen base guy. But his BABIP last year was super high. So don't expect that 300 batting average again. All right, you got that? Super high on the BABIP. In the outfield, we got Eloy playing left field. I'll tell you, one of the top 5 players in Major League Baseball, and it could be this year. Finished 4th in the American League Rookie of the Year. But he could be, pretty good protection, batting number 5. That's where he batted a lot last year. He hit 15 of his 31 home runs in the number 5 spot. He had a 254 average, as the number 5 hitter. Eloy this year. Are you ready? You know I love Eloy, and I'm going to give him some pretty good numbers here. I don't care what the ball looks like. Eloy is an amazing talent. Eloy Jimenez is going to hit you 295, 35 homers, 100 RBIs. Don't look for him to steal any bases, but Eloy is going to be that good. And that could be, if the ball becomes the old ball instead of what the new ball was, he could be one of the best home run hitters in Major League Baseball. That's how I look. Chris Gallo has joined us. Good morning to Chris. Nice to have you with us, the wonderful Chris Gallo. Okay, so I look in the chat room and I see Mom was stoned. Okay, all right, there you go. Now, Mazzaro, left-handed hitting, did most of his damage against right-handers. He had 288 with 13 homers in 300 at-bats against right-handed hitting. Only hit 220 with 6 homers in 120-something at-bats against lefties. So they may be a platoon. And who's the last outfielder we got in Cronossia? Who did I miss? The center fielder. Who's going to be the center fielder? Center fielder, Luis Robert, the former Frenchman who was formerly known as Luis Robert, is now Luis Robert. He's, of course, one of the big prospects. Spent a lot of time in the minors, batting leadoff. Played Double-A, Birmingham, Triple-A, Charlotte. Combined, he had 32 homers at 3 levels, 36 stolen bases. They already have given Luis Robert, either one of them or both, a 6-year extension. That you know, right? What's he going to do this year? A rookie is a rookie is a rookie. Remember that, okay? He'll hit 280, hit you 15 to 20 home runs, and he'll steal you 15 to 20 bases. How about that? Be careful you don't spend $30 on this guy. He's a $20 to $25 player. That's it. You got it? No more than $25 on Luis Robert. After that, you're overpaying. As far as the pitching staff is concerned, Dallas Keuchel has joined this team. Dallas Keuchel is a very interesting pitcher in the American League. Look, they're spending close to $200 million on free agents. Between Cincinnati and the White Sox, they controlled the offseason. And remember, Keuchel's signing was the most important. It signals that the rebuild is over. Time to win. So, Keuchel signed. You know why he signed? He said he was drawn to the White Sox when they signed Yasmani Grandal. Another reason why Grandal signing was tremendous. So if the White Sox if they have the success that they want, it'll be Michael Kopech chipping in, Carlos Rodon coming back. That would give them a tremendous amount of depth in the pitching staff. So they signed Keuchel, Grandal, Mazzaro. Gio Gonzalez is another guy. I like Keuchel in the American League. I like him. Carlos Rodon isn't expected back until the All-Star break. They'll have a surplus of starting pitching on paper. Keuchel, who turns 32, will have that 3.6 ERA, spending 7 out of his 8 years in Houston. He was very prominent in their success, and he was dominant down the stretch. He went 4-0 with an 0.87 ERA in his final 5 starts. So he still has the ability of being somewhat of a star. Okay? Somewhat of a star. So, looking for the White Sox to do great at 40-1. Now, as far as Kopech goes, he's still got a way to go. He could hit 100 miles an hour with his fastball before the surgery, and now he says he's making adjustments, and he'll be hitting 100 miles an hour. Dylan Covey cleared waivers, big deal. So with Kopech, you can't count on him. Remember, he's got the name, but a rookie is a rookie is a rookie. All right, so that takes care of that. And as far as the Alex Colomé is going to have a great season. Could be one, and I know somebody in the chat room loves him. I think it's Kevin. Steve Cechak, but Colomé will get you 35 saves or more. You got Lucas Giolito. Dylan Cease. Here's the thing about Dylan Cease. I wasn't sure if I should pick him up or not. So I didn't draft him, but I wanted to. And to me, Dylan Cease is going to end up with about over 4 ERA with a 1.38 whip, 120. Now, when you're looking at ERAs, here's why. The ERA that you want to try to get is about 360, 370. Okay? No more than that. So when you see a pitcher who's projected to have a 4.5 and a 1.35, which is what I'm projecting, you can't take Dylan Cease. So just don't do it. I know he's got upside. Okay? It's about command. Okay? He lacks command. So stay away from Dylan Cease. As far as the other guys are concerned, Gio Gonzalez, his best years are behind him. No question about it. For Gio, I'm trying to stay away from American League pitchers. For Gio, he had a 3.5 last year in the National League. Had a 1.3 last year. Here's a guy I would go for $1 or so. So that's Gio Gonzalez. Look, he's got an opt-out in his contract, the whole thing. And, of course, finally, Luis Giolito. What am I projecting for Giolito? He's the top pitcher on the staff. His projected ERA, in my opinion, is about 3.7, very draftable. Got a 1.15 ERA, whip, extremely draftable. 2.14, very draftable. And strikeouts, Giolito. He's the only one on this White Sox team I would spend the extra $1 for. if you know what I mean.